All right, so I've got my police Electroglide on the lift here. Now, obviously, as a police motorcycle officer and instructor, visibility from the rear is of the utmost importance to catch the attention of those cagers behind us. You might not get a second chance if you get rear-ended on a motorcycle. It's equally as important on my personal bike, and I've got a great product from Ciro 3D that I'm going to show you in this video that's going to help light up the rear of your bike to grab the attention of those cagers. And that product is the Armor TAILLIGHT with Lightstrike technology, and it is from Ciro 3D. And I will put a link in the description below where you can purchase it directly from the law-abiding biker store. We really appreciate your support. We're not some big, huge company. We are just a bootstrap company of bikers trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide. Every customer matters to us, and we'll take care of you. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Always thank you. That's right, you, for checking back in. All right, and so this is available for $19.99 and newer Harley touring. It's also available for an array of years of Sportsters, Dynas, and Softails. And to check exact fitment, head over to the Law Abiding Biker store, and on the product page, we'll have exact fitment for you. And the nice thing is, it is a very easy install. We're going to show you how to do it. And you've got a couple different options here. We'll show you in a minute. You got black trim or a chrome trim option. After we get it installed, we'll hook up the Lightstrike app to it and we'll program it to do the patterns that I want. Also know that it's available in red or light smoked, and it comes with or without the license plate light window on it. Starting with the Phillips screwdriver here, there is just one stock bolt on each side of this stock tail light. All right, and he's just finishing backing that one out there. And we will move around to the other side here. And with that, he can go ahead and grab this bad boy and back it off there. It is plugged in the rear. And you can see on that plug, there's just a little push tab underneath there. And you can get that out of our way. On with the new one here. All right, and going on with our new Armor tail light here, pretty self-explanatory. Plug right back in to where we took the stock one out. Make sure you hear it click there. You can go ahead and set this in place here. Get it all lined up. And we're using the stock screws there. He's going to go ahead and go back in here. And of course, he'll just snug this down with the Phillips screwdriver. And just seating that side down here. Oh yeah, and you know I'm going with the chrome. All right, let's just hold up for a second. Before you leave the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time those are hit, another biker joins the revolution. We'd love to have you be part of it. So this trim piece goes on basically with Velcro, which is already applied to the Armor taillight and the inside of the trim piece there, but that's not the only thing that holds it. You'll want to note on that Armor taillight, there's a little catch there, and then he'll go back over to the trim piece and you'll see that little tab and it fits right inside there. So you want to make sure those are secured in place. And so you're just going to go ahead and slide this trim piece over there, and you heard it. It kind of goes over there, and you can hear those snap into place, so that's secured on there. All right, so we've got the Armor taillight on. Looks really great. I want to tell you just a couple things. So also on this bike, we installed filler panel lights here. Now these don't have the Lightstrike technology, which is fine because this does, and that allows us to set patterns, but these are really nice additional brake lights. And signals, and they fill in those really ugly gaps there. We have them not only for electors, but even like your street glides and road glides have a panel. They don't have the cutout. We have them for those too, and it's just a nice way, and you can see with this how good it looks. All right, guys, real quick, and we'll get right back into your video. A lot of man hours, effort, and of course finances go into keeping this YouTube channel going strong. There is a way you can support us by becoming a patron member, link in the description below. Basically, you pledge a certain amount per piece of content, no risk to you because you can put a monthly cap. There are benefits such as t-shirts and stickers, access to the private Facebook group, it's a troll-free zone, access to our live video broadcast and chat, access to our premium videos upon request, and access to those ride and meetup events. All right, let's get back into your video. Now, one of the really nice things about the Armor taillight, you can just see it looks so much more modern than the stock ones. And you've got this really nice trim piece, whether you put the black or chrome on to really finish things off. And you can see it's a nice bright LED, of course, and you've got this nice thick halo look around it. Just really brings the rear of this bike up to date with that. And I will link to, of course, this and the filler panel lights in the description for you right from the Law Abiding Biker store. All right, so with the Armor tail light and many of the Ciro products with Lightstrike technology, you've got the Lightstrike app for Android or iOS. We've done a full video. There are a lot of different settings. I'll link to that video in the description below. It goes through it in detail for you. We're just going to do some real light stuff and kind of get you familiar with it right now. So when you bring your Lightstrike app up, you're going to see, because the bike's powered on, it recognizes my Armor tail light. We can go ahead and click into that. Now, when you first boot this up, it's going to ask you for a password the first time, and it's just 6 zeros, and that'll get you in the app. Again, there's just a plethora of settings, but the nice thing is you can kind of do a power up setting, how you want it to look when you power it up, and also what you want it to do when you actually apply your brakes. But we will go ahead and you can see we can bring the brightness up. You can see how bright that gets, and then we can dim it too. So you can do a power on animation. Again, we're just lightly going through this, but you can see all the settings. We'll just do a 6, and that's what it's going to do when it powers on. If we scroll down further, we get to brake animation, and we can go ahead and you got a couple, 3 different options here. And so I'm going to go hit the brake, and we'll at least take a look at what that does. And as you can see, when I hit the brake, it'll do the animation that I picked. The other thing to note is your cooldown time. Basically what that means is, if I hit my brake and it animates and then I take my foot off the brake, how long do you want it before it would do it again? Obviously it's set to 3 seconds here, or you could do up to 10. I like to keep it low. That way if I do hit my brake again, it's gonna do the animation again. And you'll see on this app, a lot of stuff's grayed out. Like this isn't a turn signal, this one, but a lot of their products are. It's kind of a generic app, so to speak. All right, and we move down to brake burst. You can turn that on. Basically this is, if you hold your brake down and keep it held down, how often you want it to reanimate, like at an intersection, you just have the brake held, and how long you want it to delay. So other bikers can't connect to your taillight. You can go in here and change your password to what you want it. And so as you can see, you've just got a lot of different options. You'll just have to play with it and decide what patterns you like the best. So there you go. That's a brief understanding of the app. Again, we did a detailed video on it, and I'll link to it in the description below.